Okay, so today we are going to learn about compound inequalities. So before we only had a single inequality by itself, but now we've got compound inequalities that are combined together with a couple of things. It could be with let's see, it could be combined with one big long thing, okay, or it could be combined with the word and or the word or, okay. So we're going to be learning about those today. So let's just start by working a problem. Okay, so let's focus in on the and right now. Okay, so the and, so you need to open up this flap right here to see the and. So go ahead and open your foldable right now. Okay, so we are going to do the and problem first. Okay, so notice that when you're doing this, there's actually two separate inequality symbols. There is this part right here, and then we've got this one right here. Okay, so we've got the middle part actually twice. So what we're going to do is we're going to write down the two inequalities that this represents. So the first one is the negative 4 less than 2r minus 5. Okay, so that was my yellow one right here. And then we got to do the blue one next. So the blue one is the 2r minus 5 is less than or equal to negative 1. Now we're going to follow the same steps we followed before to solve this. That please don't call me after midnight, really. Okay, and we're just going to solve each of them. So the first one, if I solve it, and that's the black one, I start by adding 5 on both sides. So if I add 5, I've got 1 is less than 2r. And then I got to get the r by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So I end up with 1/2 is less than r. Okay, same idea on the other side. I'm going to start by adding 5, and this is a less than, I don't know, it's kind of hard to read. So I'm going to add 5 on both sides. So I have 2r is less than or equal to 4, and then I'm going to divide by 2. And that'll cancel out, so I got r is less than or equal to 2. Okay, and just like before, if our problem is not written with the variable on the correct side, I do have to switch it around. So this is actually r is less than, or I'm sorry, ooh, I messed it up. Notice how the mouth is eating the r? Okay, so this mouth right here, do you see how it's eating the r? So I want to make sure it's still eating the r because I didn't multiply or divide by negative. Okay, so there are two answers here. There's r is greater than 1/2 and r is less than or equal to 2. And we can actually join these into one inequality. So together, this makes 1/2 is less than r. And then see how we have r again? Now that's less than or equal to 2. So you can have two different answers. You can have the red or you can have this aqua. Okay, they both mean the same thing. So when I'm graphing it, I start, oops, sorry guys. I'm going to start by plotting the points that I do have. So I know that I have an open dot right here at 1/2. So 1/2 is between 1 and 2, so I have an open dot there. Okay, and then at 2, I have a closed dot. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not between 1 and 2. What am I thinking? It is between 0 and 1. And then I have a closed dot at 2. Okay, and it's telling me, and I'm going to show you this and then we'll actually mark it. So it's telling me all the numbers that are greater than 1/2 and all the numbers that are less than 2. So really all we care about is this green section right here. Do you see that green section? So our correct graph would not be the yellow and it would not be the blue, but just the green in between them. So we have an open dot at 1/2 and a closed dot at 2. And that picture right there. So that is the and inequality.